Hey guys, good day. On this lovely day, the 4th of September, the day school opened in Guyana, we are yet to see systems in place in the schools to alleviate the heat that will be so immense with the children because they are children. Their skin will be hot, they will be moving around, their skin will be hot. But I'm here to do a short live, a very short live. So you guys will catch me in the rebroadcast if you miss me on the this live. Yeshua, when he walked the earth, for those who don't know who's Yeshua, Yeshua is the Hebrew God, the Hebrew Lord, the Hebrew Messiah that the Europeans call Jesus, and then they start teaching others to call him Jesus. A big lie. If you look right now in Africa and you notice what is going on with Niger, you will see the aim of the white man. You will see Emmanuel Macron doesn't want to give the people the liberty that they're asking for. No, he doesn't want that. He's insisting that they will remain in Niger. That's what he's insisting, and he's trying to even instigate a war so that the EU will invade Niger if the Nigerians attack the embassy. But the people get more sense. They're taking it one day at a time, and you know they're going through the whole process. They already cut off the water, they already cut off the lights to the compound. So they have no means of staying in there for long. And they already canceled the diplomatic executive rights. So the police are looking for him, and as soon as they see him, they arrest him and deport him. But I raise this point with Niger or Niger for you guys to understand the mentality of the white man. He changed the Hebrew name to a European name so that it may look as though saving or salvation came from the Europeans and not the black man. Now, the original Hebrew people, they're black people. Yes, there are some white people in between, who you might call Caucasians, but the first people are black people. But for those of you who still say, oh, we don't speak Hebrew and all this kind of fancy nonsense that you are talking about, y'all go on Daniel fast. And Daniel is a Hebrew name. Daniel is a Hebrew name. But y'all go on Daniel fast, but y'all can't speak Hebrew. So give me the English version of Daniel, like my brother Jevon asked. Powerful question. Give me the Hebrew name, the English version of Daniel. Give me it, if you could answer it. But why did I start this life, really start this life? It is because of this one basic principle. When Yeshua walked the earth, he said something. He said in Matthew 16:24-26. He said, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever desires to save his life will lose it, and whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. Weren't we instructed by Yeshua to stand up for the weak, the poor and needy, speak out for the voiceless, for those who can't speak for themselves? Weren't we instructed to do that? Why do we feel that those instructions are not? Shalom, shalom, Sister Bonita. Shalom, Brother Aubrey. Why do we believe those instructions don't apply to us? News for you guys. Those of you who think to yourself that it is okay to stay in your corner and keep your mouth zipped, and like what Raphael Messiah said, he encourages his congregation to pray strategically. I wonder which part in the Bible said of Raphael. You wicked self. You know the Messiah name is Yeshua, but you say you call me Jesus and misguiding the congregation. I hear some demon. You Raphael Messiah is a demon because you know the truth. But yet still, you know what you're doing? You're misleading the people. And in your Bible, your Jesus said that if you desire to save your life, you're going to lose it. But if you lose your life for his name's sake, you're going to gain it. And that's the thing. Y'all forget this. Y'all forget this. Y'all forget this. But guess what? Yahweh is looking at you. Yahweh is seeing exactly what you're doing. You know that he's all over the place. He's all powerful. And he's all knowing. We are called omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. You guys know this. So it's not that you don't know, you know. But guess what? You keep peddling the white man's gospel to mislead the people and guide them down a wrong road. But I hope for those who hearing this live, probably on the rebroadcast, shalom, Sister Deborah. I hope that you guys listen and you guys look to see what's going on with Niger. Look and see Biden is supporting Emmanuel Macron to keep pressure on Niger when 85% of the people don't have electricity to the home. When they are using the natural resource of Niger to give jobs to their European children or their European people. But the Africans in Niger, or the black people them in Niger, because they mix up, they have some Hebrews still over the one side. They are left without jobs. That is the mentality of those white people. Emmanuel Macron and Biden, even the one Trump that is impeached. Yeah. You think these guys care about you? They don't care, bro. They don't give 2 cents about you. Not even a cent they give about you. They don't care. So that is why they changed the name from Yeshua, the Hebrew name, to Jesus. That is why they changed the name. And their motive all the time, because these people, they can't really think, you know. They don't have the capacity to think. So guess what they do? They build schemes to continue robbing the nation of Africa. Without Africa, I'm telling you, they will crumble. Without Africa, 2 past presidents said it for France, that without Africa, France become a third world country. Yeah, same France. You do the research for yourself, man. Jacques Chirac was one of them who said it, and the other one, I can't remember his name. But I remember Jacques Chirac. Yeah, without Africa, they will crumble. They're living a good life in France, but the people in Niger, they have to continue suffering. Because those white people want us Africans or black people to believe that saving comes from them and that we must dislike ourselves. Yeah, there's the mentality of them. That is their mentality. They want us to look at ourselves as if we are insufficient, as if we are incompetent. Yeah. So when you look at that, and then you look back at this name Jesus, it's supposed to ring some sort of bell in your ears and saying, wait man, this thing makes sense indeed. Because if they have this, you see the evident. Morning Pauline. Shalom, shalom, Koyola. It is evident right now that they want to oppress the people. It is evident that they don't have your best interest. It is evident of their scheme and the way they do things. It is evident. No one have to, try to persuade you. You can see it for yourself. It is evident. Also, notice this. How many leaders around the world, I'm talking about African leaders, are speaking out about what Emmanuel Macron is doing? How many of them? I don't know. Probably you can tell me. Did you hear Jacques Dio talk out against what Emmanuel Macron is doing? He is pretending to be a leader for the African people in Guyana. Did you hear Ali speak out about what Emmanuel Macron is doing and Biden is doing? Ali is pretending to be the voice of the African people in Guyana. But did you hear these guys speak out about it? Did you hear Norton speak out about this thing? About what Emmanuel Macron and Biden is doing to Niger and other parts of Africa? Did you hear Grain just speak out about this here? Did you hear it? If they didn't, please let me know. Because I did not hear. And I'm a person who, I would say I'm fairly updated with the current affairs of Guyana. Most of it. So if these guys say something, I would probably hear somewhere along the line. But I haven't heard anything. So why are they not saying anything about it? Tell me. Why are these people not saying anything about it? Why? Why? Because they don't care. These people literally don't care. You know what these people care about? Their concern is the free food that they get, that we gotta pay for it. The free electricity that they get, that we gotta pay for it. The free transportation and the fancy vehicles that they drive around with that we have to pay for. If you don't know, when you talk about we gotta pay for it, whenever you go and pay tax, because you may purchase something, because you gotta spend your money, you can't keep the money, so you gotta pay tax. You pay VAT and you pay tax, let's call it PAYE, pay as you earn. That is when you finish working at the end of the week, or you finish working at the end of the fortnight, or you finish working at the end of the month. You have to pay tax. You understand? So we are paying for these things that these guys are using. When they are renting this fancy building to live in, who do you think pay for it? Taxpayers pay for it. I remember When any one of us got to live anywhere, it's either we struggle to build. Good afternoon, Kester. It's either we struggle to build, we ask we relatives in foreign to send and find freck for we so that we can do something for ourselves. If we don't have somewhere to build, we got to go and pay our salaries, got to pay our rent. Yeah, that is the reality of the matter. We got to pay for every single thing that we are using. But they are not paying for it. So they can't feel our pains. They can't have the experiences that we are having. No, they can't. They are living in a different world from us. So do you think they care? Do you think they care? That is one of the reasons why wise men have spoken before and said, listen, if you forget where you come from, you could never know where you're going. That is why a lot of them forget when they used to struggle. They forgot. Yeah, they forgot. Ask yourself this question. Can a tree be properly nourished or even live, without its roots? Can it? No, it can't. Because at the end of the day, without the roots, that tree will die. So a lot of them that you see forget the past, they are walking dead. They're not alive and well, they're dead. They're dead to reality, they're dead to the needs and the wants and the desires of the people. The people could live better. They built some fancy roundabout somewhere in Georgetown area there. And it's fancy and nice, no doubt. This thing look pretty. But oh man, you got this thing looking so beautiful. And I heard news, they cover it down. A young man spoke about it in a video. An Indian young guy. And you know what? Those things happen in Barbados, but they will cover it down because they don't want you to hear this. The young man said, listen, a mother kills her children and she said because she's hungry, she don't get things to eat. But you can't hear it upon social media, partner. You can't hear that. No, you ain't going to hear it. You would never hear it. Because they want it to look as though Guyana is doing well. My people, think about it carefully. My people, the book that get the highest wisdom, I regard this as being the highest wisdom. Other persons get, other people on this broadcast and who will listen to the rebroadcast, they will have their own opinion, but I regard the Bible as having the highest wisdom. And, well, certain parts of the Bible is a lie, and certain parts are truth. We all know that. But certain parts say certain things, and you can attest to it. And one part of it said they say, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, for the lack of knowing. So if you don't know what is going on in your own country, if you don't know what is going on with the schemes of the wicked people that claim to be your leaders, answer this question. How are you going to stand up? How are you going to resist their schemes? How are you going to... You don't have to be haggish and bullyish about nothing, no. No, you don't have to. This thing is simple. It is very, very simple. You just got to think along the line. Think along the line and ask yourself this question. If I do not turn up to work, who will do the work? Who will do the work? But you know what they did, like I said before? They would have, over the years, caused gradual demoralization by doing all the things that they're doing and having people believe to themselves, you know what? Man, I'm fed of this thing. I'm tired of this thing. I can't get nothing done, and blah 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 blah, because whoever go in power, they do whatever they want to do. And it's like they have this fear in them that, hey, if I stand up, they're gonna arrest me and put me in incarceration, or incarcerate me. But I'm asking you this question, man. Are you enslaved? Are you enslaved? Are you a slave, or are you free? Are you a slave, or are you free? If you are a slave, you will do exactly what they want you to do. You will not voice your disagreement for the policies that they're implementing, for the things that they're doing. You will not do that. No, you won't. You know what you will do? You will sit back and relax. But if you are free, you know what you will do? You will voice your opinion. You will say, hey, no, they say can't happen. This shouldn't happen. Why is it that you're building roads and buildings and all these things, and people are in poverty? People are living under conditions that are appalling. Come on now. Let us educate ourselves. We don't have to be. The last broadcast I did, I told you guys I was not into, at that moment, to be grammatically correct. No, I wasn't. But my aim and goal is to encourage all of us to voice our opinions. Whenever we see something, share it on social media. It will be Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Share it. Expose these corrupt people and the corrupt practices that they exercise daily. Let everybody see that, you know what, they're not alone, because there are a lot of people out here who know to themselves they want to say something, but they feel discouraged. Let us encourage them. Make these videos. Do a live. Even if you can't video the situation or wherever you see certain things going on, do a live. Do a short live. If you can't do a live, just do a short video. Voice your discuss. Say, man, no, man, this thing got to change. Because if the people don't stand up towards the wicked rulers of the nation, these guys are going to continue to do exactly what they want to do. They don't care, because their lives are lived well, while the ordinary people has to struggle with meager wages, has to struggle, because not only with meager wages, because they don't have assistance. They have a lot of single parents out there that can't go and work. They have kids they got to work, take care of. They have children to take care of. A lot of people, women, especially single parents, for women who are single parents, they can't go and work to get a proper income to assist the situation. And they have some male out there. I'm not talking about men, because a man, the definition of a man is somebody who understands what is responsibility, somebody who is mature. There's a difference between a man and a child. A child don't know what is his responsibility, so they have grown children, men, a male, that are grown and they're just children. They're not grown, they're not mature. So guess what they do? They put a water in the woman, big she belly. And then they run off and say, yo, me, with you stupid attitude and all kind of thing. The man know she had a stupid attitude before they put a water in she and big she belly. They run and go and left she in the stress. They are, what system do we have in Guyana to assist these women? What system do we have in Guyana to teach these men that, hey, or these male, that, hey, this is not right? Or even if they want to change and elevate themselves, what system do we have in place? Because listen, reality of the matter, even if the two of them don't get along, if the man and the woman does not get along, do not get along, and they separated. Shalom, shalom, Brother Ronald. And they separated, or they become separated. And they become separated. Yeah, more time. And they become separated. The man still got to move and go and build another family some way. Still got to deal with another woman some way. So guess what? He got the expense of a fresh family. And he still got to take care of that child that he left, or children that he left with a woman. So it is an additional responsibility for him. But do we have anything in place to teach these male how to be a man, or how to be men? Stand up and represent your family? Do we have systems in place educating them about the importance of leaving a proper legacy for your generations to come? Do we? All of these lacks that you're seeing around, it is for one reason, is to keep the people continually oppressed. Yes. It is not for us to be liberated and to move around like people, like conscious thinking people. It is not for that. No, it is not. Recognizing all these things makes me quite angry. Quite angry. You know why? Yahweh word say, the wise are in lowly places and the fools are in high places. Some of these people are in the high places. They're church goers. They go to church and they will clap their hand, and trust me, most of them, all of them, when you see they go to church, the Christians, they're gonna holler, oh Jesus this, lift Jesus higher. I higher and I higher. Yeah, them same people. And those same people would hear the pastor will say something like this: raise your voice for those who are voiceless. Well, the pastor is already a hypocrite because he don't even raise his voice for the voiceless. The wise are in lowly places and the fools are in high places. And they still gonna come out and say, hey, you know what? If the pastor says so, therefore you should go to the grassroots them and start gaffing with them and ask them certain things, get certain ideas, because guess what? The people in the grassroots, they know what they are facing with every single day. They know. So if you approach them and you ask them certain questions, they will tell you here, Skipper, this is the situation. And I think that if you do this, you'll get this results. And most of them are correct because they are looking and they're seeing, they are feeling the squeeze. They are the ones who go through this thing every single day. So they can tell you. But no, they don't approach these people and ask them what is going on. They put plans in place for who? For the rich elites. Because the rich elites give them money. So it's a yeah you, yeah me business. The rich elites give them money. They collect the money, they feel nice, they forget about the struggles of the poor people or the struggles of the working class. And why I keep addressing the working class and the poor people is because without the working class, the country will not go forward. The country will be on a standstill. The working class are the engine that keep, the working class is the engine that keep the country driving. Without the working class, the country will be shut down. But the rich elites, the politicians, all of them, You know what they do? They ignore the needs of the working class. They ignore them because they want them to continue working to generate wealth for them and their friends and their family. They don't want you to walk and live like them. Have a nice healthy meal, live in a nice home, drive a comfortable vehicle, all of it, not owing a cent to the bank. They don't want that. They want you to always be in a condition where you have to depend on them for your livelihood. And they can tell you what to do. They will scheme all kind of plans just to ensure you remain in the situation that you remain in. Rather than scheming the plan to raise the salary, rather than scheming the, I always say scheming the plan, well, scheming the plan is scheming the plan to have you have a better life. They don't want that. No, they don't. And the wickedness inside of them will continue motivating them to do just that because they are wicked. They are wicked. Apostle Nigel Eliakim spoke about this. He said, listen, this country, Guyana, is under a curse because the preachers that preach the name of Jesus, knowing fully well that that name is an erroneous name, knowing fully well the Messiah was born a Hebrew with a Hebrew name, Yeshua, but still preach a lie. They are the reasons. They are the reasons why this country is under a curse. Because you know what they do? They mislead the people. So the people run with their gospels. And the people peddle their gospels. Good afternoon, Damien. So, my appeal to you guys, for those of you who are here, and those of you who will see the rebroadcast, is to, please, I know you're disgusted of it, but say something. Say something. It don't have to be no long, elaborative nothing. But say something. Just come and say, man, oh, let's suppose you went to the school and you see that your kids are not comfortable in the class. Even if you don't know how to say it, just say it. Even if you got tear off and you know you got to learn later on how to conduct yourself, just say it. We know to yourself, if you use the expletives, the cuss words and so forth, we're going to excuse the cuss word because we know to, we know to yourself, man, listen, we understand your disgust, but we're not encouraging you to use the cuss words, but sometimes it's the only way you could express yourself, but just express yourself, man. Let them know, say, man, listen, man, we are disgusted about these things. We must get better because we deserve better. All the resources of this country belongs to us. Now, Niger is has uranium, the richest uranium they got right now in the world according to statistics out there. But do you guys know Guyana has uranium? Guyana has uranium. There is a Canadian company. I think if I'm not sure if they're doing extraction at the moment, but I know they did the initial checks and they saw that Guyana is rich with uranium, and there's a large quantity of uranium we have here. So I think our percent of uranium is, I think it's 0.9 and 1.1 or something like that. It simply means that you have to get in order for you to extract, I can't give you exact maths right now off my head, sorry about that, but I hope that I can give you that particular maths later on concerning the 0.9 and the 1.1 and so forth, to explain it in a way that it will be, really simple for you guys to conceptualize exactly what is going on, or for you to understand what is going on. But we have uranium in Guyana. We have gold in Guyana. Right now in Guyana, do you know, not going in Guyana, the world market. Guess what? Somebody made a complaint, lodge a complaint for me. This is the strategy that these people use. They made a complaint and said, but something is going on here, that graphic content, that it might not be pleasing to the eyes. Now, tell me something, man. I got on a vest here, buddy. I got on a vest. I'm a bald head and so. What is so unpleasant about this site? No, you know what? They don't want you to hear this. They don't want you to hear this. There's the depths of wickedness in these people, and trust me, I am trying my best not to flip out. But the anger is here. They don't want you to hear what I have to say. And imagine I don't have influence like Jack, Dion, Ali, and these guys. I am a simple, ordinary man that's just talking basic facts. And they don't want you to hear this. You feel these people are easy? You think these people easy? They don't, man. My people. They're not easy. They're not easy. They are not easy. Trust me. They don't want us to walk in our freedom. No. They want us to have a perception of freedom, but not live in freedom. They want us to think that we are free while we are living in bondage, because the actuality of the matter is that we are living in bondage. At least the system that they put in place is to keep us in bondage. But here, I am free. Those of us who are saints, we are free. We aren't bonded by them. You know why we're not bonded by them or the system that they create? We will speak out. We will address their wickedness. We will deal with them on all levels. You know why? We already lost our lives. Our lives is not ours. We already lost it. Yeshua say, hey, listen, if you want to keep your life, you're going to lose it. But if you lose it for my name's sake, or for my sake, you will keep it. And he said, man, speak out for those who don't have a voice to speak. Stand up for them who are weak. Stand up and represent them. So if they come for me, I don't mind. It's best I live for something. No, sorry. It's best I die for something than live for nothing. Me, yeah. It is best I die for something than live for nothing. Living for nothing? How disgraceful will that be? How disgraceful will that be? To live for nothing. How? How? Anyway, guys, I hope that this here can encourage you to speak out, speak up, sound your voice. Sound your voice. You don't have to come and say nothing long and nothing, that sound grammatically correct. Like I said before, I be in Guyana here, I be understand exactly what I say. I be head na hard, I be know what you mean. I be know what you mean when you say, them that there, so I do them own thing there. I be know. We fully well understand what you're saying. So come out and speak up. Come out, just bust a short video. Bust a short video. Say, we tired of this, man. Do something about it. Bust a short video. Let them know. Say, listen, we don't want none of this anymore. Bust a short video and say, hey, Norton, why are you not addressing what is going on with Niger and Macron? Ali, you claim that you're a representative of black people in Guyana. So I'm with them black people over there in Niger. They ain't matter. Therefore, you're a hypocrite, Ali, because you ain't talking about them. No, I ain't here saying nothing about you. You're not addressing Macron and say Macron, you're wrong. Give it willing the liberty. You're not addressing though because he's a hypocrite. When you pretending to be representative or representation for black people in Guyana, and they get some black people who running behind you because you give them a fine change. Oh, them so dotish. But them slow for learn. You call them slow for learn. Oh, them learn. Them slow for learn. You know, they get some of us we slow to learn. I is one of them, you know. Yeah, he's slow to learn too, but I learn eventually, so I understand. I get some understanding, you know. Me and it's like some of y'all out there who went to QC and bishops and saints and Narjar, some of these fancy places. Nah, me and it's like y'all. No, bedroom. But me did learn. Yes, man. I understand that the schemes of the wicked is to keep the working class oppressed, to keep them working forever to generate the wealth for the wealthy. I understand that. And I believe that all of us understand that, because if you look, you will see that they're not doing anything for any of us to become better in life. And here, y'all gotta be honest, a lot of you guys that you see living in them houses that you are living, I'm talking about the working class in Guyana here. I'm talking about Guyana. I don't know what to explain around the world, around the other parts of the world. Enough of you guys, y'all thief, forget little freck. Yes, y'all know that because y'all used to encourage me for thief too. And I used to tell her, me no want. Me know, enough of you thief. And I just sell out the same thing that coming from government. When it come to be distributed in the community, to do something for the community, y'all thief it and sell it out. To y'all engineering friends, to y'all the businessmen. Them same businessmen, they ain't getting here. Trust me, I had dealings with y'all, so y'all can't bluff me. As soon as y'all see government issue certain things, it's a y'all piling up, hey man, watch, come on, watch. You know, want a little money, man. You know, see them now. Them same businessmen, you know, will tell you. You don't see them even paying you no kind of money. Man, what sell them thing done. I might encourage you for sell and give you nice money for sell. I know. You understand? So it's not that I don't know. Not for y'all driving your car. Guess how y'all get if you drive the car? Y'all thieving. You understand? Y'all thieving, yeah, king. Y'all thieving. Y'all know though. Now, tell me this, buddy. Within your heart, within your mind, within your consciousness, why do you gotta steal? Why do you have to pilfer in order for you to make a proper living? Why you gotta corrupt your own soul, degrade yourself in that manner, just for you to make a living? For you to get some food to eat and be comfortable. Why you gotta do that? Do you think, look for instance, look at this say, I'll show you a typical example. A lot of people will blame the police men on the road. And I am not encouraging bribery, but I can understand why these men will take a bribe. Because the sun out the part, now the sun is easy, and the man is say, God stand up in the sun for one money, then get in at the end of the month. Be honest. Be honest with yourself. Do you think that can pay these officers? No, it can't. It can't, partner. Cost of living in the country raised. Cost of living high. 3 bundle of boro with about how much boro inside one bundle? About 6 to 7. Let me say 10 boro within a bundle, but 3 of those bundles, $500. 3 bundled boro, $500. Imagine a guy gets $6 to make a meal for how much person in a family? 1, 2, 3. Let me say a family of 3. Just the bundle of boro alone is $1,000 for you to eat a proper meal. We're talking about just the boro alone, you know. What about the gas to cook the boro? What about all the, if you want to put some meat in there? What about the rice that gotta go with it? The seasoning that gotta go with it? Huh? Y'all think it's easy? You gotta be realistic, man. You got to be realistic. Not for y'all taking a little handout and a little porks on the side. Why these things happening? Because you know why? They're not giving us our free or fair share. No, they're not giving us our fair share. If they give us our fair share, we ain't gotta beg them for nothing. We ain't gotta depend on them for nothing. And you know what will be the end result of that? Whenever they do stubbornness, we could address them and say, listen, sir, madam, you are doing foolishness and you should stop. Immediately stop or get out. Let someone else, let somebody go in, someone else go in there and do what they're supposed to do. But they don't want you to do that. No, no, sir. They don't want you to do that. Because if you do that, they can't continue living the life they're living. They can't live in the fat life and they can't spend out one walk into Palm Court. Some of these guys going into Palm Court and spend out $300,000 within an evening. They're telling you, there's the bill. And listen, I went wrong, I've been wrong. I've been in the company when I used to broke down with the alcohol and so forth and tour this country, drinking and doing all these fancy things. I've been around some rich folks, right, that make a lot of money, but guess what, they're making the money? And guess how they were making the money back then. But I don't know if they're still making the money. So what I move off of those things? By stealing one bill at one spot, $80-something thousand. Then we move off from the one spot and go to another spot. Did the bill come in $30-something thousand? Move off from the spot and go to another spot. When the bill come $40-something thousand. Plus, you're getting a fine freak for roll back with. Because it's your, them is people that is my friend. Not people I used to work with, was my friends them. They were my friends. Yeah, King. Good afternoon, Skipper. But I move away from them because this is not my lifestyle. I don't want to live that lifestyle. No. So I know. You can't come and say, man, you know what we're talking about. I know. I was working at, I didn't want to say this way because if I say this way, I know some of y'all know it on this life and then y'all go back and trace back and all kind of fancy thing and blah, blah, blah. But I was working at a place. And it was a government place. And we would have to do requisition to collect certain things for the place. When we do our requisition and bring in stuff, I don't know how these people know. No, here what? I feel like how they used to you. No. Because the vehicle would have to come and deliver these things and they would see. They run and come into you, hey man, watch, sell me the thing, you know. Yes, they're offering you. Sell you this, not sell you that, no. Sometimes some of them passing at the same area, they see it, they wait for the person gone who drop it off and come back. Hey man, I just see the man drop off thing, no feel no way, man. Sell me this, no man. You can't make a money, man. You know, every time they come, I say, give me a call. Yes. This what, or that is what most Guyanese got to go through in order to make a fine freck. Yes. It shouldn't be that way. We shouldn't have to steal to make a comfortable living. We shouldn't have to oppress our workers to make a comfortable living. Because trust me, I know about having workers under me and I know about boss man too. Shalom, shalom, says Cameline. I know. You understand? And sometimes the pressure that's come, you got pressure your workers, but not me. I was one of the person that would say, listen, if I pressure my workers today to get the job done, the following day I will tell him, hey, what he's going to do? He's going to work? No, catch rest. We're going to work next half day. So when I used to left with the skin open, so, who's this man? But I said, listen, you're a human being just like me. And I get feelings. And then I don't want to practice being an oppressor. Because when you practice being an oppressor, you become a professional oppressor. And over a while, oppression is what you know, and it becomes normal to you. And when it becomes normal to you, you don't think it's wrong anymore. That is why Ali and Jagdeo could go in on and doing whatever they're doing now, because why? To them, oppressing people is normal to them. That is their life right now. They don't believe that they're doing the wrong thing. No. They believe to themselves that they are doing the right things. That's what they believe. They believe in their heart that they are doing the right things. You can't convince them otherwise, because they have been practicing over the years. Yahweh word says, those who practice evil shall be overcome by it. It simply means that as long as you practice the evil is going to overcome you, and the only thing that you will be doing is evil. You can't defeat it anymore. Evil now motivates you. So that is what they are, doing. They are doing that because at the end of the day, they can't do better. So, my aim is to encourage us all to say something, make a short video, make a live, do a live. Learn like me, man. I didn't know nothing about no live. I fiddle around until I could get to push something, and I say okay, and I see something start come down. I say, wait, like this is live gonna start now? Then I look in if you see, I ain't see no response. No, never see come to see. I don't care, because here, had I not did that, or if I didn't do it, I would not be here right now talking to you guys, expressing my disgust and encouraging you guys to do certain things like speak up and speak out. So I'm encouraging you guys, please, let us do a little bit more, just a little bit more. Sound our voices a little bit more. Speak out, make a short video. And remember, here, if Ali could say we want to say, and nobody lock him up, Jack Dio could say we he wants to say, and nobody lock him up, Dharam Lal could say we he wants to say, the alleged rapist, and nobody lock him up. Imagine an allegation of rape was made against him, and he walk free in Guyana. He walk free because he free. Yeah, I put the amp on it. I'm gonna laugh. It's only time when I put the amp on it. Time. If all of them could do what they want to do and walk free, but we can do simple thing like speak up and speak the truth and walk free, it simply means that the system that is in place is meant to oppress us, and we are not free. We are in an oppressive system, which is a form of slavery. And you got to rebel against that. You got to rebel against that, because if our forefathers didn't rebel against it, we would have been in the same situation that they were in years ago. We got to do something about it. We got to do something about it. We have to do something about it. We need to do something about it. We must do something about it. If we don't, who is going to do it? If we don't do something about it, who is going to do it? If we don't do something about it, who is going to do it? Who is going to do it if we don't do something about it? If we don't encourage each other and brace each other, who is going to do it for us? Who? Freedom is not something that you look for the oppressors to give to you. An oppressor will only seek or try to oppress you further. That is the raw truth. So if you're looking forward, if you're looking from your oppressor for freedom, you would never get it. Freedom is something that you have to take by force. You got to take it by force. You ain't got to destroy nothing. You ain't got to kill nobody. You ain't got to do none of that. All you got to do is just don't turn up to work. Put some money aside. Make a deliberate effort. Put some money aside. Before I go, also we don't have to think that we are alone. We have people in the diaspora. that is looking out for us, that is speaking out on our behalf. We have people who are with us in the diaspora. Some of them are right here that are supporting us. And I know if they see we are doing certain things to assist ourselves in the situation in Guyana, they will do further. But we have to encourage them to assist the situation. You understand? Kudos to the people in diaspora. We love you guys. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for your inputs. And we have to come together as one, have to hold one head. We have to come with a plan. Because at the end of the day, we can't say here, let me get all the people out of power. If you just want to get them out of power, you got to get a plan to generate wealth for the people. You understand? So we can't think about it in one way just to get them out of power. We got to think about, yeah, Shakur, respect. We got to think about a plan to generate wealth for our people. You understand? So, yes, I'm out there bashing the PPP because I don't like them. They're naturally wicked people. But at the same time, if you listen to what I am saying sometimes, is that there are plans that I would propose to them. Like for instance, and it's the same thing I would say over and over, and these are simple things. There are a lot of land. Government, come into play. Take up the land. Cultivate the land. Prepare this land. Yes, Shakur, enough respect. Shakur, sorry, but Shakur. Yes, cultivate the land. Prepare the land. Build these fish farms. You know, hand it over to the community or deal with a body of people. Create a body of people. And call them and say, listen, this is an entity that is recognized, a corporation, and you guys are going to run this thing, so you guys are going to work on it, you guys are going to hire people, you know what I mean? Have this thing in place. These are simple things these people could do, you know? Simple things you can do. Right now, I don't know, I asked this question before, but have you guys heard if Jagdeo or Ali bought shares of Exxon on behalf of Guyana? Have you guys heard anything about that? They can do that. They can buy shares. I think right now one share is about $134 for one share for Exxon. Therefore, Exxon is doing well. When you hear the price for a share, $134 per share, note to yourself that they're doing well and they're still selling shares, you know. It's not like if they close off, no, because Exxon want to expand. Exxon want to expand. So they're selling shares. You understand? They're selling shares like wildfire. And plus, they get the stock exchange also too, who will be selling shares on behalf of Exxon too. So Exxon might not be directly selling the shares, but they already sold shares to other persons who are trading those same shares. But when you buy the shares, you now can inherit from it. Have you guys heard if Jagdi or Ali or Ashley Singh or any one of these guys bought any shares on behalf of Guyana so that Guyana could benefit from the wealth that they're generating from this oil? Have you guys heard anything? Those are the things that can happen. Simple things like this can happen. Nothing complicated. So when the Jagdeo come out with this international press conference, he like said it's foolishness. With the foolishness, he like said this is not a cake shop you just run. You know why he does that? Let me tell you exactly why Jagdeo does that. He wants to make you believe that running the country's affair is not as simple as running a cake shop. It is as simple as running a cake shop. I am telling you that. It is not that complicated. Obviously, the magnanimity or the magnitude of the affairs of the government is more, yes, it's big. It's grand. It's gigantic. So it has more things attached to it. But the basic principle behind it, partner, is the same thing like a cake shop. It's the same thing just like a cake shop. Whenever you get a cake shop and you want to make the cake shop more successful, here what you would do. You would buy and you would sell. You have to deal with your customers them in a proper way, so you have proper let's call it service. I think it's customer service. You have proper customer service. Not only that, if you want to expand the business, guess what you do? You invite other people to come in. You say, listen, hey what man, I already get this business up and running, but if you come and buy, if you come and input like 100,000 more, I can buy more cake. You know, and you reach out to different people. So instead of you get one location, you get multiple location and you expand the business. It's the same thing the government does. Whenever they have a little thing going on, they invite investors. Those same people that you go to and tell them, Mr. Man, I'm bringing 100,000 investors, you call them. So they invite investors. And those investors will come and say, all right, good, this is what's going on. All right, good, we're going to invest some money and we're going to do a business, and the investor going to make money and the country make money. That is the principle behind it. So when you hear about this thing, it's not like a cake shop, don't worry with that chap. He just want to mislead the people. It is just that simple. It's a basic principle. He wanted to sound as though it's something big and grand and elaborative and complicated and so difficult to learn or comprehend that only he can come out and say, well, oh, we're going to do this today, and then you got to believe him. Jack Leo, you got to stop with the idiocy. You got to stop with the foolishness and free the people them guy, you know. Nonsense you getting on with. But this thing is not like a cake shop. It's just like a cake shop. Nonsense you're telling the people. And then you get some people not believe in the foolishness that come out of your mouth. Well, yeah, I don't believe the thing. I don't believe though. But it's not like a cake shop. It's the same principle. It's because a lot of persons do not understand financial affairs. They don't understand what we call corporate finance or public financing. And if you understand what's corporate finance and public finance, you'd understand where the money goes, how it is turned over, about dividends, about bonds, about interest on bonds. You'd understand about let's call these people so fancy name, something keeper. Something keeper, but it's a specialist that negotiate the sales of bonds and these things and stock and so forth. So like it's like this. If you have a business and you have a business or a company, a registered corporation, but it's a company that comes under the Corporation Act. So if you have that and you want to sell shares, you might approach people out there and say, man, I want to sell some shares and so, but the people them don't know you. And the people them say, man, me really trust you because what kind of credibility you really got? What kind of leverage you have to exactly, Apostle Lambert, Shalom Apostle Lambert. Exactly, they need to free themselves. So what you will do, instead of going to the people directly to approach them to say, man, listen, I'm selling shares to the company, you approach somebody called an agent or an agent body. Like those specialists, like they get banks that are designed specially for these things. So come into your business, assess your business, insure your business, every single thing. And then they sell shares on your behalf. So whoever buy the shares from the bank is going to guarantee their earnings, while you now got to guarantee the bank earnings. So those are things that happen with financial management under the umbrella of financial management. And Jack, they all know these things. Ali should know. I don't know what he knows, but he should know. So if they implement these same systems, or they address these things and simplify these things and come to the people and explain to the people, just to come telling you guys, and I don't know much about financial management, I just read 1 or 2 fine article and so forth and did some research and I gathered the information. If these guys come out and tell you, especially Jack Dio, that is a economist for years, if you come out and say these things, explain these things in a simple way for everyone to understand exactly what is going on in this country, do you think the people then will continue living the way they're living? They'll know exactly what to do. But he does not want to enlighten you, because when you have power come through knowledge, he can't look down at you no more. He can't do that. You gotta look straight to you. You gotta look straight to you. No, but he doesn't want to look straight to you. He wants to look down at you. So, do enjoy your day, folks. Wherever you are. If you're home, if you're at work, if you're traveling, wherever you are. If you're on lunch break, do enjoy your day. Thank you for being here. I ask that you share the broadcast. Please share it. Let it go on to everyone. Let it see. Let them understand about the simplicity about things, or the affairs of Guyana. And let us encourage each other. Even if you have a little reservation about doing a live or doing a broadcast or anything like that, reach another friend and tell a friend, say, listen man, do you know in your own country this is what is going on? And encourage a friend to reach another friend and say, man, do you know in your country this is what is going on? You take your time and explain to them and tell them, say, listen, Exxon is selling shares, but Guyana ain't buying no shares on behalf of Guyana. Shalom, Amanda. You know, reach a friend and tell a friend, say, man, listen, do you know the affairs of Guyana is simple as it is just like a cake shop business? And explain to them, say, man, if you want to expand your cake shop business, you're going to invite this body, you're going to invite this body as investors, and then when you make a money, whoever you invite to as investors, when you make a money now, you have to give them their share, the dividends. Or they get a next way to get money to expand your businesses by selling bonds. It's just a paper that is stamped, and it is a lawful paper that is stamped, that has a value to it. So if the person come, you can sell them this paper for $1,000 for one, $10,000 for one, $100,000 for one. And what happened? After a while, they have some additional things that attach to it, but it is a little bit technical. But at least you're getting a little idea about it. But after a while, like let me suppose when you don't sell them this paper that called bond, it has a maturity date. When that date of maturity comes, you have to pay the face value of the bond. But before the maturity date, you have to pay interest of the bond. So instead of you going to the banks, you sell these bonds and you raise the capital to further expand your business. Just like a cake shop. Just like a cake shop. And Jack the Island, but it's not like a cake shop. Y'all don't worry the foolishness part now. Y'all don't worry the foolishness. Don't worry the thing will come with your mouth. It's just like a cake shop. But you gotta think upon the more grandest aspect of it. You understand? So try, man, reach out to others. If you're encouraged, do a live. You know? And let us demand what belongs to us. Yeah, Junior. Yeah, man. Let us demand what belongs to us. You understand? Let us demand what belongs to us, because it belongs to us. We are living in Guyana, or we are Guyanese. So whatever is in the country, whatever resources is in the country, it belongs to us. And as far as I'm seeing it, we are not inheriting anything. All we're getting is pittance. So you guys do enjoy your day. Nice talking to you. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Do enjoy your day, guys. Bye.